Oh, bother, honey's my favorite thing, and I can't even spell it right. The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, directed by Wolfgang Reedman and John Lounsbury, and is the 1977 Disney animated adaptation of the Winnie the Pooh novel, and is Disney's 22nd animated classic overall, as well as the first ever Winnie the Pooh movie. The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh tells the story of Pooh Bear, voiced by Sterling Holloway, and all the shenanigans he gets up to with Christopher Robin and the Hundred Acre Wood Gang. Now, happy 45th anniversary, Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, and this review was kindly and fittingly requested by Kevin. Perfect timing for the 45th anniversary. So, Kevin, this review is for you. I hope you enjoy my totally honest review of a movie that I'm guessing you adore, and uh, and this movie is close to my heart as much as it is yours. I mean, my granny and granddad had the VHS tape of this timeless classic, and me and my sister watched it on loop whenever we went there in our childhood. So this was kind of the movie that sparked our interest in Winnie the Pooh to begin with, and we will forever be thankful for it for that. So while controversially this is not my favourite Winnie the Pooh movie, that would be Most Grand Adventure: The Search for Christopher Robin. I will go into detail why that underrated masterpiece is my favourite in my review someday, but for now, Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh is the most marvelous intro to the Winnie the Pooh franchise, and I cannot believe it. I haven't reviewed the animated Winnie the Pooh films until now. I did review the two live action ones, including the non Disney one, Goodbye Christopher Robin, which was just okay. But the way I describe Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh is that it's the most adorable and naive Disney classic ever made. I mean, it's not necessarily the deepest, most epic, it's not necessarily a musical. There's no major death scene, but it doesn't need any of that to stand on its own 2 feet and stand the test of time. It's got innocence and it's got heart. You would have to be a silly old bear to not think much of this uh, you would have to be a silly old bear to not think much of this Disney gem. And I think the appeal of the Winnie the Pooh franchise lies in the concept of relive your childhood, as technically Christopher Robin is, imagining the Hundred Acre Wood, and Pooh Bear and his friends are all real, because even the character designs here, they look like toys. But in this movie, you totally believe that they are real, and the opening shots of Christopher Robin's room with his toys of the Hundred Acre Wood Gang, with instrumental version of the Winnie the Pooh theme playing, the da 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 da. Oh, that is just lovely. And the definitive Winnie the Pooh theme is the a primary song of this movie, and it's still a song I never fail to dance along to, and a hip hip hooray for uh, Winnie the Pooh is pretty uplifting too, as well as Tigger's intro song, of course. And how could you not love the Heffalumps and Woozles creepy ass song? I mean, That's literally the Winnie the Pooh version of a pink elephants from Dumbo, though I do favour pink elephants a bit more as I'm more of a Dumbo fan. But and Sterling Holloway, who also voiced Car in the Jungle Book. Sterling Holloway, who also voiced a Car in the Jungle Book 10 years before this movie. Trust in me. Yeah, it is kind of creepy to hear Car's voice coming out of a stuffed bear initially, but it does sound way sweeter, and I and at the time Sterling Holloway was Winnie the Pooh and was irreplaceable in the role. In the 2000s movies, of course, Jim Cummings would go on to voice the character and do a near perfect impression, but Sterling Holloway's performance will never be forgotten. What makes Pooh so charming is that he's just crackers about honey. I mean, it's like his drug. I mean, but I've no idea why he can't spell honey right. This movie is in a way structured like a TV series in that it's not one long story. It's a lot of mini stories crammed into one movie, kind of like Belle's Magical World. But we don't talk about that garbage. Oh no, I mean, unlike Belle's Magical World, it works loads better in The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, as the storylines are not repetitive. They're all different. The animation is pure gorgeous, and it feels like you are literally turning the pages to different chapters of a book. I think that was a beautiful way to structure the film, and to have Sebastian Cobb-Potts, who previously voiced Bagheera in the Jungle Book. Damn, a few Jungle Book actors just come back for this movie, narrate the story, was a stroke of genius. And this is one of the last, if not the last, great Wolfgang Reitman Disney movie before he would give that pitched that idea about the Fox and the Hound and lost all credibility. And if I were to rank the storylines in this movie, my personal favourite would be the one I always went back to as a kid, where Pooh gets invited to lunch at Rabbit's house and gets himself stuck at Rabbit's hole after being ridiculously overweight. Christopher Robin suggests the only thing to do is wait for Pooh to lose weight again, so they literally don't feed him, and like a reticulated python doesn't eat after it's had a meal for so long. And Rabbit may seem like the least sociable of the Hundred Acre Wood characters, but deep down inside, he does have the best intentions, and I mean, who can blame him when Pooh gets himself stuck in his front door? Pooh literally just ate all of his stock and food, and he feels like his life has just been put on pause until Pooh can leave. Who wouldn't just lose their mind? And though it is a little Oz, that's rabbits would decorate Pooh's arse like a moose. I mean, he has a butt fetish with Pooh or something. Can't get enough of the Tigger storylines. Tigger is the biggest ball of energy, and I mean, and I really wish Rabbit went easier on him. And Roo and Tigger have the most adorable friendship in this movie, particularly when they are ice skating and when Tigger gets stuck atop that tree, and Rabbit makes him vow to never bounce again. And then he walks off looking so glum, and all the other characters say, oh, they like the old Tigger better, and even Rabbit confesses that was Rabbit's greatest redemption moment. So, just like Grumpy the dwarf lets out his soft side at the end of Snow White, so does Rabbit here. And the storyline where rabbits and Pooh and Piglet get lost in the woods, just like Kristoff in Frozen 2, get it? I mean, and Tigger gets them out. I mean, that was a pleasant blend of humour and scariness. So when Pooh dozes off and isn't paying attention to Rabbit's speech, he's like, "Oh, Rabbit, could you start from the moment the fluff got in my ear?" And Pooh actually has a plan to get out of the woods that may seem ridiculous, but it's the right thing to do in the end. I mean, they just needed to find the pits, and they found home. And Rabbit being lost in the woods was one of the darkest Winnie the Pooh moments. And I mean, there's there's a little dialogue. It's just rabbits are shivering at the sound of frogs ribbiting and caterpillars munching like there are great big jaws about to grab him or something. And Eeyore doesn't actually get a lot of focus in this movie, but when he is there, you just go, "Ah!" I mean, because he looks depressed 24/7, but yet you're always glad to see him. And Kanga is one of my favorites. She has got a true heart of gold, and Owl is the brains of the Hundred Acre Wood Gang, and when his home gets destroyed, that's a real sad loss. But Piglet, I haven't forgotten Piglet. Don't worry. So. Out of the kindness of his heart, so lets Owler have his home, which Eeyore finds, not knowing that Piglet is the resident there. And uh, and I think Piglet's voice actor also would voice the old guy that throws off Cusco's groove in The Emperor's New Groove. I think that's correct. But poor Piglet has it the worst in the flooding storyline, when the Hundred Acre Wood is just literally goes underwater, all except Christopher Robin's house, and the rain, rain, rain came down, down, down. That's the first song that will come to your head on any rainy day, trust me. And uh, overall, while I don't know a lot about the backstory or origins of Winnie the Pooh, all I know is that the author was inspired as to make the character by after he befriended a Canadian black bear at London Zoo named Winifred. But this movie was the most perfect way to begin Disney's animated Winnie the Pooh franchise, and it left quite a legacy. And 45 years later, I mean, people are still calling this one of the best Disney movies to this day. I also had the interactive game of this movie, and playing that and the Lion King interactive game, and I was going through such a phase where I just could not stop playing the game, and this would be probably my second favourite movie of 1977, second only to Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope.
I give The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh 5 stars out of 5. Best movie ever.
So yeah, it's always a jolly good to review a Disney animated classic, whatever it may be. And this may not be quite my favourite of the Dark Age Disney movies. That may still be The Fox and the Hound, but it's easily in the top 5, if not top 3, in my Dark Age ranking. And you. Uh, uh, you bet that your ass, I am going to review the other animated Winnie the Pooh movies. There is an entire library of them. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what are your thoughts on the many adventures of a Winnie the Pooh? Do you love a great many things about it like I do? Or is it not exactly your favourite Winnie the Pooh movie, please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'll see you all next time when I start Fantastic Beasts month in April with the release of the year's biggest movie, Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore, which I'm going to see next Friday, April 8th. Holy shit. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.